like I'm seeing this shit like for what it is, and I'm seeing through the news, and I'm seeing through the headlines, and I'm seeing, how we need to play. I'm seeing that shit is gonna be painful, so I'm still shorting a lot of shits because I know I know there's gonna be some retracements and it's gonna bounce back up, etc. But I know the overall trend is still gonna continue to go down. So again, all my moves are still based on that knowledge being ever so present. And one, the last thing I want to leave you with, because I actually got to go change my son, is that I mentioned the book. I tweet about the book all the time. I mentioned it on the last episode. But The Laws of Wealth by Dr. Daniel Crosby is a must-have book. This is it's mandatory read for Option Gang members. I always tell new members, you got to get this book. But this book is literally, I mean, it's great for all situations. But when I tell you it was made for this situation right now, it was crafted for catastrophic events. Because what happens is when you're in times like this, a lot of subconscious psychological biases and predispositions take over and they affect your decision making. And then when you make those bad decisions one after the other, you just kind of snowball into just L's after L's because, again, you're trying to catch up for a dumb mistake you made. So you make another dumb one to try to make up for it that's risky that you probably shouldn't have. But a lot of it has to do with awareness. And a lot of people aren't aware of their own shortcomings. And the best way to go forward, especially if you're trading, but the best way to be the best type of investor is to know who you are as a person. Know what your limitations are. Like you see me tell Ty earlier, I'm not a patient dude. So I had to kind of really fuck with options like that because I'm just not patient. But you got to kind of know what type of person you are. And you got to craft your hustles, your investment strategy, your trading strategy based on what your goals are, what you know, and who you are as a person. You got to know who you are. And part of knowing who you are is reading about things that you aren't aware of that exist within you. And a lot of these things are, on a primal sense. Like some of these things, there's a reason why, it's psychologically proven that, a win feels half as good as a loss feels twice as worse than a win feels good. There's a psychological basis behind that. So, and there's a reason why, when dudes are taking L's and they go into what's called gambler's ruin, et cetera, et cetera. All these things exist for a reason. And you'll also realize that over time, things always return to the mean. So if America is continually building, no matter what the peaks of valleys are, it will always still return to that mean uptrend of that continual steady growth. And if you look at charts from 100-year, 50-year charts, you'll see the continued growth. You'll see all the historical depressions, recessions, the drops, the booms, the bubbles, all of that. But you'll just still see a continual trend up if you're looking at it in the overall picture. So, again, expand your time horizon. If your time horizon is 10 years or more, everything's cheap. Put season is not over. You know what I'm saying? And Options Gang, let's get ready for Monday. It is going to be a crazy day. I expect a jig this week. So any short positions you got, if you're in a really profitable position by Monday morning, I suggest you sell and reposition for a much later date that you can absorb any type of, bullshit they throw at us this week. And stay safe out in these trading streets.